All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Tanner is excited to learn about chapter 10. Tanner is, right? He's like, I don't know what we're doing yet, Mrs. Gressel. Oh, there's a purple. Can you not use purple? Thank you. All right, so section 10-3 that Tanner is so excited to learn. He can hardly hold back his enthusiasm. I lost my remote. Where did I put my remote? I walked over here. On it. All right. Section 10-3, what we are going to be learning. Your learning target for Monday is to record cash and credit card sales using a cash receipts journal and journalize cash receipts on an account using a cash receipts journal. Guess what new thing we're learning today? Cash receipts journal. Guess what we put in the cash receipts journal? Ooh, look at you with the fancy accounting words. You guys got it. You got it. You rock stars. Woo! So first word, cash sale. Page. Cash sale is a sale in which the customer pays for the total amount of the sale at the time of the transaction. Okay, here's the example. I go to Quick Trip. I walk in. I buy myself a nice hot chocolate. I take that hot chocolate, go over to the cash register. They say $2.50 or whatever the amount is. I hand them $2.50 and walk away. That's a cash sale because they are getting cash at the exact time of the transaction. So the next bullet there is very important for you to realize. It says credit card and debit card sales are treated as cash sales because the business receives its cash in a very short time. So if I were to do that same transaction, but instead of giving them $2.50 in cash, I pull out my debit card and I swipe it, when do they get that money? Any idea? Paige, do you know? Yep. How often does Square send money? It's actually every day. So what happens is they'll go through at the end of the day. So at the Thunder Zone, we use Square for going through and ringing up our cash and debit cards. And so we swipe them all, and Square keeps track of them. And then at the end of the day, it gives us one deposit for all of that money. Okay? And depending on what time the transaction happens, so if we have a basketball game that occurs at 7 p.m., that transaction will be actually recorded on the next day. So if, for example, if you have a basketball game tonight at 7 and I swipe, I won't get that money then until Wednesday. Okay. Same thing would happen if I go through and I swipe on Saturday. The bank doesn't open until when? Monday, so it takes a little bit of time, but it's a relatively short amount of time that we have to go through. So credit and debit card sales, we're going to treat the same as cash. So we can repeat that transaction and I swipe and pay for my hot chocolate with my debit card. They are going to ring that up in the cash register system just like a cash sale, okay? We have a special term called a POS. Who's got that term for me? Okay, POS, which is also called point of sale terminal. So that is the software that the Thunder Zone uses. So we have QuickBooks point of sale system. That's what we use to keep track of what we sell, our inventory, who is selling. It has all of the information about everything that the store does. What we do is we have at the end something called a terminal summary. Who's got that one for me? Oh, everyone was enthusiastic for the first one. Thanks, Leon. Thank you, thank you. So a terminal summary is basically going to be a cash and credit card sales at the end of the day where it's going to give us that information. So for us at the Thunder Zone, we get an email anytime the next day after we have a sale. So if we have nothing that gets rung up today using the credit card system, they won't email us tomorrow. But if we do, then we'll get another one there. Ready? Okay. Whoops. clicked too far. So here's an example of a terminal summary. This is what it would look like. Kind of looks like a cash register receipt. Would you agree? Now, we can actually print that out on the point of sale system using that little cash register that's on the second level of the cart, or we can go ahead and print it out here. It's always going to be formatted for that small roll printer. So basically, when we look at this, you can see that our terminal summary breaks down our sales into a couple different categories. We have our cash sales here. So total amount of cash sales is $2,621.50. Cash sales tax is $157.29, and this is our total cash. So notice how it breaks down our sales tax, and then the total between them. And then I have Visa, MasterCard, and debit cards. Now, those are going to be rung up separately because Visa has certain charges on it that are different than a MasterCard, than a diner's card, or any of the other ones. So that's why they're going to be broken up by the type of card, which is also why when you go through and ring it up in our point of sale system at the Thunder Zone, when you go ahead and select credit card, there's an option for you to choose the different type because it allows us to track to see how the information is coming across. So what we can see for this date, for November 4th, we have a total sales of cash and credit cards of $6,280, sales tax of $376.80 for a total cash that comes into our business of $6,656.80. So we would actually use this. This would be our source document for recording cash and credit card sales for a date. So when we go through and process our credit cards, we have something called a batch report. Thank you for the batch report. Okay. Basically, it is the report that comes out. A batch report can be detailed, showing every credit card, or it can be a summary only showing the number and types of sales that are going to happen for credit card. So the process of creating this batch report is called batching out. Thank you, Julian. Julian's batching out for me. And that is basically going through and preparing that report from the point of sale terminal. So when we go through and look at our point of sale system, it can go through and tell us how much we've received in cash, how much we received in check, and how much we received in credit card. That's important for us to track. Now, 7 years ago, the Thunder Zone did not accept credit cards or debit cards. And we realized, hey, we're missing out on a lot of customers, especially because we take a look at parents. If they come to a basketball game and they see a sweatshirt that we have, and that sweatshirt's $40, are they necessarily going to have $40 on them? So missing out on sales. So that's why we went through and got the Square reader so we could go through and start accepting those types of payments, because we were seeing and we were hearing from our customers that's what we needed to do. Okay, so here's an example of our batch report. So we'll see on the very bottom that we have 125 sales, and that's the value of our sales. Notice we have returns here as well. So eventually we're going to get, for our happy accounting land, that we're going to go through and have customers that return things. I know it makes us very sad, but that happens in the real world. Okay. So here's our cash receipts journal. Who's got cash receipts journal as a word? Jacob, you're burning to write that? Thank you, Jacob. And then within our cash receipts journal, we have a sales discount. I heard your burn on that one, Tanner. You ready for that one? Okay. So when we look at our cash receipts journal, it's basically a journal that we use anytime cash is coming into the business. Okay? It's got to go into our cash receipts journal. Moving from left to right, we have our date, account title. Notice it says doc number. Now before, in our cash payments journal, this would have said check number. In our sales journal, it would have said sales number. But in our cash receipts journal, it's still going to say doc number because we do have a variety of docs that are going to go in here. Post reference, we have general debit and credit. Notice we have an accounts receivable credit column. And then we have sales, sales tax payable, sales discount, and sales debit. Or excuse me, cash debit. Now, sales discount, okay. Remember when we talked about purchases and then we had an account called purchases discount? We now have an account called sales discount, and sales discount is a contra account to our sales. Sales is a revenue account, has a credit normal balance. Sales discount contra to it, so therefore its normal balance must be a debit. Okay? We use sales discount to keep track of customers that pay early and take care of that discount. We offer that to our customers so that way we get money coming in fast. Remember our terms, 210 net 30? If they pay within 10 days, they get 2% off. Otherwise, they have a total of 30 days before they have to pay for it. Now, 30 days can be a long time for a business to wait to get their money. And that's why they offer those terms. So we take a look at November 4th, recorded cash and credit card sales of $6,280 sales tax for a total using terminal summary 35. So we have cash is being debited. Now take a look at our sales number. Sales is only $6,280 because we have to break that part out. Cash is $6,600. You see that number. I can't say it today. And here we have our sales tax is going to be credited as well. So I have 2 credits to 1 debit. When we record this in the journal, I am using special columns. So I'm still putting a check mark in my account title, and I'm still putting a check mark in my post reference. My doc number is going to be TS, standing for Terminal Summary, number 35. So again, here's the value of my sales. Here's the value of my sales tax. Both of them added together, it's going to give me my cash. So we also have customers that are going to pay on the account. So previously a customer came in and charged and we recorded it on our sales journal. Now they went ahead and paid. So we're going to receive cash on an account from Edmond Hospital for $2,516.80, covering S448, receipt number 610. This is where it gets confusing because it's giving us 2 source documents. They're telling us that we're paying on this original sales invoice. Okay, so when we go through and record this, we have cash coming in of $2,516.80, and it's going up, and then the amount that's supposed to say accounts receivable. That is a typo on that right there. That should say accounts receivable, not accounts payable. When we go through to record it, we're going to put the date in the 4th. The account title is Edmond Hospital. Instead of writing accounts receivable Edmonds Hospital, we're putting it in our accounts receivable column. Okay, $2,516.80, and cash is going to match. So this is how we do our sales discount, very similar to how we did our purchases. We're going to take our sales invoice times our discount rate is going to give us our sales discount. Okay, so we have $1,450 times 2%, sales discount $29. So how do we journalize it? More numbers, more names. Receive cash and account from Palmer Dentistry, $1,421, covering sales invoice $462 for $1,450, less a 2% discount of $29, receipt number 611. Lots of numbers, you're going to use them all. This very first number, 1,421, is the total amount of cash that we're getting from Palmer. That has to go in your cash column. The original amount of the invoice was $1,450. That's got to go under accounts receivable. That 2% off, or $29, is going to go under our sales discount column. So cash is going up, accounts receivable is going down, sales discount is going up because we have more customers that are taking track of that, so sales discount, again, has a debit balance. So the date, account title, receipt number, accounts receivable is the amount of the original invoice. Now, sometimes I have students that just try to go through and put $1,421 under accounts receivable and cash. What happens eventually is it's going to show on the books that Palmer Dentistry still owes us $29, when in fact it doesn't because they paid early. So that's why it's important that we have this sales discount column here so we can keep track of how much they paid on an account. We ready to try this? I'm ready. So I have Work Together 10.3 already open. I'm advanced and on top of it today. So it tells us in 10-3 that we're going to use the current year and journalize the following transactions on page 9 of the Cash Receipts Journal for classic appliance. Source documents are abbreviated as follows: R receipt and TS for terminal summary. One of the things you're going to have in this chapter is you're going to have an assignment that's going to use all of our special journals, and that will cause your head to go, okay, what journal am I doing first? So make sure you watch out for that. So on September 3rd, receive cash on account from Lenny Stanford, covering S216 for $2,189, less a 2% discount for R264. So I'm going to get the month on there of September, the 3rd. Account title is going to be Lenny Stanford. My doc number is going to be R264. Now, accounts receivable is going to be $2,189.36, the amount that was given to us. Using my calculator, I have to put that amount in, $2,189.36, and I'm going to multiply that by 2%, by 0.02. That gives me $43.7872. What does that get rounded to? 43.79. Okay. Will that penny kick your butt if you put it in there wrong? Yes, it will. So our sales discount is going to be 43.79. I'm going to take $2,189.36 and I'm going to subtract 43.79. And that's going to give me a new balance of $2,145.57. Now, it's really easy to make a math mistake here. So I'm going through and double checking my math. It looks like I did okay on that one. So that is how we're recording our cash on an account for Lenny Stanford. On the 6th, we have cash and credit card sales. From the drop-down menu, you're going to use your check mark, and then we're going to go ahead and put in TS38. Post reference, I should be able to put a check mark, but they don't have it for this part of the assignment. I'm going to put in sales of $5,326.30. Sales tax of $298.15, and cash of $5,624.45. So taking those numbers of sales, sales tax, and total cash and putting them on there. On the 8th, received cash on account from Vince Cafe covering S218 for $390.34, less a 2% discount. So I'm going to put that $390.34 under accounts receivable. I'm going to find 2% of that. 30% would be a really big discount. And my sales discount on that one is going to be $7.81. Because you got to round that one up because the 0 after is a 6, so it's going to round that up to $7.81. So I'm going to take $390.34, subtract $7.81, $382.53. The 20th is our cash and credit card sales. So it'll be TS standing for terminal summary and then 39. So before we always had our cash and credit card sales were the date. Now they're going to be batch number ordered so we can tell if we miss one in between. So our total sales is $5,624.45. Sales tax is $320.59 for a total cash of $5,945.04. Washington City Schools is we received cash from them for $1,509.45. Says nothing about a discount, which means they did not pay within the discount period. So my number is going to go in my accounts receivable credit column and cash as a debit, $1,509 45. I'm going to go ahead when I'm done with that, click on Save and Continue. You can try that on your own.